Well, hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me. I'm Jill Bloom, Group Publisher of Walls and Ceilings, and welcome to a special episode of If Walls Could Talk. It's always an honor to have Trent Cotney, partner with Adams and Reese. Trent, thank you so much for joining me.
Hey, Jill, I'm glad to be here.
Well, Trent, you always have great nuggets of information for all the contractors listening, and today will be just the same as always. We got some good ones here to talk about. You were just mentioning sometimes there can be a hiccup with that possibly a contractor could have a claim during an installation. Can you talk about that? And what does everybody need to know?
Sure. So, classic example is you completed a roof, but during construction, you have a leak. Okay. And it could be because a storm came through. It could be that, you weren't able to get drying done in time, whatever it might be. Right. And out of that leak and the damage that was caused by that leak, an insurance claim happens. It could be on your CGL. It could be on the owner's, policy, whatever it might be. The key thing is I've had a lot of contractors be stuck in sort of that catch-22 where the owner doesn't want to pay until the insurance claim is resolved. So clearly, if you've caused damage to somebody, there's some entitlement there. And I get that the owners have the right to make a claim and do all that kind of stuff. But what I like to do is really look at it from a contractual standpoint and a payment standpoint to make that payment unconditional, make it an independent obligation, right? And there's a variety of different ways to do that. One of the things that you can do is potentially limit any, back charge or set off amount as far as withholding, up to 5% or 10% or something like that. So that's the maximum amount that can be withheld. You're not saying that the owner won't have a claim or they won't have entitlement to damage or whatever it might be. It's just they can't withhold any more than that, right? And obviously, it depends on you completing the work and passing inspections and all that kind of stuff. But what I don't like to see is I don't like an insurance claim being out there and then having what ends up happening is that payment that's owed to you, it gets absorbed into the insurance claim and you don't ever see a dime, right? And really that money doesn't go to anything other than, lessening the amount of what insurance has to pay out. So I'd rather see that paid up front and then you can fight about the other stuff down the road.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'm sure there can be similar situations if someone's doing an interior job, right?
Yeah, it's the same kind of thing. Like I see it, when you talk about exterior walls, everything from, insulation finishing systems to stucco cracks where you have the potential for water intrusion. And interior jobs is the same way. You may have, drywall or other installations that have caused damage to other person or property, and you may have an insurance claim that results from that. So it's the same exact thing, and it's just get that payment. Don't ever be in a position where you're chasing money because there's a time and a cost associated with that.
Yeah. Well, so Trent, you also mentioned something about warranties.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of the things that you want to think about, regardless of what trade you're in, is making your warranty your sole and exclusive remedy. Obviously, different states have different guidelines as it relates to that, but I always like to see in every contract document and every warranty that the express written workmanship warranty is the sole and exclusive remedy for any potential defect claim that's out there. What that does is a couple of things. One is it requires the customer to go to you in the event that there's a problem. Two, gives you a chance to remedy it. And three, it limits the potential avenues, that they can come after you for. So, clever attorneys will often figure ways around that, but it's a good thing to have in your contract because it can potentially reduce what your liability is because it's still in your hands, right? Rather than having somebody else do that work.
Excellent. Very, very good insight. So Trent, you're going to be speaking here at Best of Success soon. What are you going to be talking about? What can everybody get excited about?
Really, really stoked about it. Always love Best of Success. It's my favorite event of the year. You really get an opportunity to focus on business, unlike any other expo that's out there or any other meeting or seminar. This one is really focused on success. It's focused on business. And I have there's a great amount of learning that I do while I'm there, not just from listening to the seminars, but in talking to people and communicating with people, and everyone is like-minded that's there. We all want to succeed. So I'm going to be speaking on critical contract provisions. It's a little bit of a couple of different things. One is I'm bringing out and I'm rolling out some contract provisions that I've never presented anywhere else. Very specific roofing related contract provisions and provisions that can be used, you know, in your contracts and subcontracts. And then I'm going to talk about some of the hot points from a legal perspective of selling your business, what you need to do to prepare for it, and just kind of understanding how it works. There's a lot of people that have questions out there, so want to tackle that aspect of it. A lot of people talk about it from the business side of things. I'm going to approach it more from the legal side of things and what you need to look for in preparation and, you know, follow through.
Yeah, well, there's no doubt private equity is a hot topic right now. So we'll be excited to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Well, Trent, if anybody has any questions for you, how do they reach you? Where do they find you?
Sure, they can email me at trent.cotney@arlaw.com or hit me up on any social at Trent Cotney.
Sounds great. And if you have any questions for us, it's either roofingcontractor.com or wconline.com. And while you're there, make sure you sign up for all our free content, especially our website, our e-news. Follow us on all of our social media channels so you can stay up to date on all the great content we're putting out, especially our legal insights with Trent. But stay safe and healthy, and we can't wait to talk to you soon. Thanks, Trent.
Thank you.